to World of Warcraft Classic Blind. Last episode, we finished all of the long-standing quests that we had, and picked up a few new quests, sending us off to the new city of Ironforge. A few things you might notice are different. Found a few new things I turned on. I was talking about the target up here. So I turned off sticky targeting, which should allow me to click on the ground to get rid of that if I ever want to. I also turned auto loot to the standard, so that should just be clicking on things to loot them. Should work automatically instead of me having to hold shift as well. But you can still get the regular loot by holding shift with auto loot checked. Another thing I did was activated 2 new bottom action bars. And I moved the finding and profession ability things down here, which gave me more room for more combat-based abilities here. Also of interest, I don't know if I showed this last time, I don't remember. Anyways, that's a new one. Have to be standing. Fantastic. So yeah, if I do Blood Rage, I can immediately use Battle Shout. And then it holds you in combat for the next 10 seconds as it increases up to 10. But after that, pops back up to full HP. So whether or not I care about getting back to full HP before the start of every battle, that allows me to have Battle Shout at all times. This is only a 1 minute cooldown. And by the time it stops doing stuff, it's already 20 seconds. So that's useful. So all these 3 are very nice to use before starting any conflicts. Another thing you might have noticed is I'm standing on top of a giant trick-or-treat basket. That is because there's a Halloween event going on.
What can I do for you?
You can trick-or-treat at this innkeeper here.
Be good.
And we got a treat bag. That gave us candy bars. Restores 3% of your health and mana per second for 25 seconds. Must remain seated. So that'd be like 75% health. Compared to this, 61. Which is not even close to 75%. So that's pretty nice. Move some stuff around. I'm not sure how long these last, or
Hello.
I think you can trick-or-treat multiple times with this.
Safe travels.
You have trick-or-treated recently, so probably when that's off, you can trick-or-treat again. So that's interesting. I think there's other things that you can do for the Halloween event, but a lot of them require you to be able to go to different places around the world or fight high-level undead monsters or something like that, which we're level 10. We can't really do that right now. But what we can do is head on over to Ironforge using these handy-dandy signposts. I don't think it's going to be quite as far of a walk as our previous adventure all the way over here to the South Gate outpost. If I had to guess, it's somewhere in this area. Not sure what this is. You know, I have never checked, So we're gonna do it. We're gonna go see if a rabbit drops anything. Well, it's skinnable. So if I had whatever skill that requires, that'd be interesting. Alright, Ironforge appears to be over the bridge. And that way. It's got some nice banners here. Ironforge Mountaineers. See if they have something to say.
What can I do for you?
What do you need directions to? Well, I don't know if your directions are going to be any use to me right now, but that's useful for
Keep your feet on the ground.
Keep your feet on the ground.
later information, in case I actually need directions anywhere. I think I'm just going to wing it for now. Heading up a mountain. Ironforge Guard, Ironforge Mountaineer, Ironforge Guard. This is quite the incline here. Gates of Ironforge. Let me just abandon their cart here. That's unfortunate. Here's another broken down siege machine thing. Maybe it's still operational. Operational and, yeah, it looks kind of broke. I was going to say maybe it still works as attack even if it can't move around. That's pretty charred, so I'm not sure. But it definitely can't leave with that wheel off like that. But if it's a defensible position, it might not be too bad of an idea. But they got another one right up here, so it's probably fine. So we got it all going around over here. Some guards. Jordan's still well. Looks like the main way in. Wonder what's up this way. Some kind of side entrance or something. Or it's a wheelbarrow. And coffins. Oh boy. Like you would think coffins would be like near a graveyard or something, not just standing out here all by themselves. But all right, I'm not in charge of that. I'm not gonna complain. And not right now. Adult rated casual guild, 800 members. Okay. I am in no position to commit to anything right now. Ironforge, Alliance territory. City of Ironforge, Alliance territory, Ironforge. Welcome to Ironforge. You discovered Ironforge. Ironforge territory, City of Ironforge. I wonder where I am. Oh my goodness. Look at this guy. He's got hammer and axe. That's what I like to see. What wide hallways they have. Kind of silly for dwarves. But alright. Alright. A lot of people going in here. I don't think you want to fall down there. Replying to tells. You respond to the player by hitting the R key and then typing a message, or by typing /tell their name and then message. Okay. Whispers. Big ol' hammer. A bread vendor.
Hello.
Yeah, tough bread, fresh bread, moist bread, all sorts of bread. I'm still rocking this stack of tough jerky. What do we got in here? We got auctioneers. I wonder if it matters which one is which. Just search for two and press search. All sorts of stuff. Look at that. Interesting. Probably come back here once we have more of an idea what's going on. That's an auction house. There are a whole bunch of people here. We got all around here. Just Hallows End treats.
Salutations!
Happy Hallows End. You like my mask? Very scary. What's there to do on Hallows End? What isn't there to do, you mean? Each of the innkeepers throughout the world are handing out trick-or-treat goodies, and many of the towns are decorated for the season. Also, Sergeant Hartman in South Shore needs help against the Forsaken and their Wickerman Festival. One more thing, I heard that a sick little boy at an orphanage in Stormwind is looking for someone to help him gather treats for the holiday.
Alrighty then.
See, I don't know where any of those places are. So I've got candy from innkeepers. So that's nice. Stormpike Guard Recruitment Office. Doesn't do anything. Let's see if we can see more stuff on this map. Oh my goodness. Alright, we've got the Gates of Ironforge, the Commons, the Military Ward, Tinkertown, the Deep Run Tram, Hall of Explorers, the Great Forge, the Mystic Ward, and the Forlorn Cavern. Interesting. The reports. That's one of the things we're doing. So I think we'll try to head in that direction. Vault of Ironforge.
Interest you on a pint?
These are iron slots. Just purchase space for an additional bag. That's a lot of money for right now, so probably not. This is be a bank of some description. I don't know how much purchasable bag slots, what that actually means. Let's add another slot to my bag, or a slot in here to put a bag.
Watch your back.
I don't really have anything to really bank right now either. So Vault Administrator. Okay, so this was not the way to get to where I was going. Okay. Let's try up this staircase. And down this staircase. Well, I found a weapon merchant. That's not what I was looking for, but that sounds pretty good. Dolman and Gren Steel Fury.
What can I get for you today?
We've got hand axe, broad axe. Really looking for one-handed axes currently. So that's worse. And that's the thing that we already have. see if Grenell has better stuff.
I have the finest wires in the land.
Oh, look at this. $24 silver. Level 11. Literally twice as good as my tomahawk. So I have not the level, less than half of the money. Now I'm sad. Here's a one-handed axe, level 19, level 15, for 9.1 damage per second. It's interesting that it would offer level 9 one-handed mace and level 9 two-handed axe, but level 11 one-handed axe. So that's notable. If we ever come into twice as much money
See you soon.
in the next half of a level. Alright. Here it is. Zoom out a bit, you can see this is Steel Fury's Weapon Emporium. Very grandiose. Over here is the Ironforge Armory. Nice to get an idea of what's available. So let's see what he has for heavy armor.
What can I get for you today?
Of everything he owns, I can only buy this shield for more than all my money, and it's absolutely amazing.
Be good.
So, not for now. Let's see what they have upstairs. Heavy armor merchant, another guy.
What's on your
Now,
mind?
this seems to be a lower level heavy armor merchant. So that's a tiny bit better. That's 20. That's pretty good. A little bit. I have a better shield than that. That's the shield I already have.
Off with you.
So, some small improvements. If I don't have anything else I want to spend money on. Alright. That's just the entrance back in here. There's that bread vendor again. Baron's reagents.
Great to meet
I'm sorry, I'm standing on your table. It's got seeds and runes, an ankh, arcane powder, candles, a demonic figurine. That's very expensive.
Watch your back.
Interesting. Stonefire Tavern.
Well met. Safe travels.
You
Isn't it
got my
innkeeper?
attention.
I don't know if I want to make this in my home right now.
Safe travel.
I have some intentions of doing more exploration in the wider area. Like all those other caves we haven't ventured into yet. So I think I'll keep my Hearthstone going to the other location for now. Ooh, look at this. Like an apple bobbing. I got bobbing apples. Restores 2% of your health per second for 24 seconds. As you see while eating, if you spend at least 10 seconds eating, you will become well fed and gain stamina and spirit for 15 minutes. Interesting. Can I get more of those? I don't know if I need more of these. Doesn't seem like it. That's interesting, too. This is a very large city compared to the small groups of tents that have constituted some of the other cities we've been to. So that's a different area over there. Looks like a ramp you can use to get out of that hole if you fall in. This appears to just be somebody's house. Adventurers are very known for just invading people's personal space. Let's see what we got on the other side here. All these people with their fancy mounts. Oh, we got a big old signpost over here. Let's see what this says. The Mystic Ward, the Military Ward, Tinkertown, Great Forge. Yep. I've seen those places on the full map we looked at. Ironforge Visitor Center. You go up a staircase to go down a staircase inside. Amazing. Guild Tabard Vendor.
I have the finest wares in the land.
For 1 gold, you can get a Guild Tabard.
Watch your back.
Presumably for making yourself a guild.
What's on your mind?
Aye, you look the type to be a leader. Here to organize a guild to fight for the Alliance? No, I'm not here for that. So I suppose you would buy a guild, create a guild, buy a tavern. Interesting. It's less of a visitor center, more of a guild hall, but okay. Maybe the visitor center is downstairs over here. No, that's the visitor center. Yeah, that seems more like a guild place than a visitor center. But whatever. Maybe it's actually in here. Who knows? Well, this is a nice room. All nice and dark and down a staircase instead of inside. Royal Stonecutters Union. What a very large statue you have made. Amazing. A bunch of extra statues. I don't think it was a good idea to move these statues downstairs, because then you're just gonna have to lug them back upstairs. That's the room of nothing. All right. Empty storefront. Something else in there. Big old bear statue. Oh look, it's probably somebody else's house again. That's good. A little bit of ambiance. Another guy with a bear rug. These are a very popular item. Now who would just leave a nice block of cheese out like that? Alright, went in there. This looks like just another house. Another way to get out of the pit. Here's a suggestion. Maybe don't have Maybe don't have an open pit in the middle of your town. I mean, even if it is serving some kind of function, that grate moved up to this level would not be a problem, most likely. Well, whatever. Again, I'm not in charge. Nor would I want to be in charge. Fizzle Spinner's General Goods. Trade supplier.
Honored, I'm sure.
Mine pick, hammer, copper rod, coarse thread, mild spices, hot spices, weak flux, coal, night crawlers for fishing, empty vials, bleach, coal.
Very well then.
General goods vendor.
Welcome.
Brown leather satchel. I think that's the same as the satchel we could buy in the other location. 8 slots, 25 silver. Heavy brown bag, 10 slots, 2 gold. You got 4 additional bag slots, so I guess. What I didn't check is whether or not I could buy multiples of this same small bag. I'm guessing not, but I didn't actually check. It's got some wood. Thrown weapons. Ah yes, the general goods of throwing axes.
See you soon.
Fascinating. And there is a bag vendor.
Would you like to purchase something?
Possibly. Yeah, see, here's got another small bag I could buy. For half my money. Ever since getting this first bag, it hasn't been too much of an issue, but I know that's here now, so I can consider it. Also, you got a huge brown sack that's 12 slots for 10 gold. That's something to consider. More inventory space is always nice. Alright, where were we? We're heading this way. Alright, that seems to be pretty much everything in this immediate area. So I think these side doors would allow me to get closer to this quest area. The Great Forge. Oh my. See again, a safety grate. Come on. Deep forge. My goodness, is this an anvil? Seems like a ridiculous anvil, but okay. Armor crafter.
No.
You bother me for that? You'd be better off strapping a dead rabbit to your back and running through a troll's den than wearing that piece of garbage. Aw.
See you soon.
Rude. Special weapon
You
crafter.
got my attention.
Greetings, dwarf.
Very good.
I didn't have much of his attention, apparently. Blacksmithing supplies.
What's on your mind?
Got the general stuff.
Off with you.
A artisan blacksmith, journeyman blacksmith, and expert blacksmith.
Here there.
You've got a little skill on you. Enough to learn you a few things, I wager. Let's see what I can teach you, shall we? Yep, still don't have... So it says 15. Interesting to have, like, a tooltip over this saying what my level currently is. I would need 20 to make my own axe. Which Which I think is only slightly better than one I already
Watch
have.
your back.
See if these other guys have anything to say.
Well met.
I'm sorry, lad, but you just don't have the foundation to learn what I have to teach. But don't fret. Go speak with my student, Rotgath. He'll help you out.
Keep your feet on the ground.
And by Rotgath, does he mean Groem, by any chance?
How are you?
No, he's an expert blacksmith. So artisan, expert, journeyman. Go see my son, Groem, make his day to get a new apprentice.
See you.
So they've got a whole system going on here. Pie vendor.
Greetings.
This cherry pie tastes so good, could make a grown gnome cry. What's gonna make me cry is the fact that it costs 4 times more money than I have to buy a pie. So I got that going for me, which is just great. The bronze kettle. Is that another room of darkness? Amazing. Cooking trainer.
How are ya? See you soon.
Cooking supplies.
How are ya?
See if I can jump out the window in the room of darkness. It's a bit of doing. Sissel Fuzz, Arcanery. Enchanting supplies.
Hi, you're a tall one.
Well, he's taller. Formula enchant two-handed weapon, lesser intellect, 100 enchanting. Strange dust.
Very well then.
Expert enchanter.
Pleased to meet you. Off and away.
I don't know if they'd have like a... Here's a journeyman enchanter.
Great to meet you.
There are ways to strengthen steel beyond the hammer and forge, young wanderer. Care to learn more? Enchanting.
Off with you.
That's one we haven't seen before. I'm gonna assume that as such a main city as this, you're gonna have a lot of different trainers. What do we have here? A Griffin Master. The Wildhammer dwarves might have fast steeds, but can those airy peak griffins stand the heat of the Great Forge? I think not. I need a ride. You don't know any flight locations connected to this one. Travel. You have clicked a flight master who trains flying beasts to carry passengers from one location to another for a minimal fee. I wouldn't be surprised if that minimal fee was far more than I have, but okay. You can swiftly travel to other flight masters that you've interacted with in the past. When you discover a new city, finding the flight master will allow you to return easily in the future. Good to know. More travel options are always ideal. Since my current traveling options are walking and Hearthstone. Ironforge Physician. It's probably going to be healing of some description. Herbalism.
What's happening?
Basics on how to gather herbs and bushes from plants using alchemy. Potential herbalism skill of 75.
See you soon.
And herbalism supplies.
I've the finest wares in the land.
With some vials and a herb pouch. Slot herb bag. So I probably can only hold herbs if I had to guess. First aid trainer.
Great to meet you.
That's the person I saw in the other place. Apprentice first aid. Yep.
Keep your feet on the ground.
So we finally found someone that does herbalism. Amazing. There's a passageway. Very armory. Ooh, this is a very large room of darkness. Officer Ironbeard, Ironforge, commendations.
Hello.
Greetings, warrior. I am Commendation Officer acting on behalf of Ironforge. It is my duty to assist adventurers who have received Alliance Commendation signets. I accept signets in different quantities, but the most beneficial exchange for you is to hand in a set of 10 at once. I'll enter your deeds into our record. When you hand in your signets, as a result, you will earn recognition from Ironforge for your duty and service. If you just have 10, I'll sure you receive significant acknowledgement of your deeds in Ironforge. Except single at a much reduced rate. Alliance Commendation Signets. So you got Alliance Commendation officers to exchange signets for recognition. I don't have any of those.
Safe travels.
I think we went across one around that way, so we're only halfway done looking around at stuff here. So if I ever find some commendation thingies, that's where to go. So side path to another area. Leather goods. Probably don't need any leather goods, but we'll see what he has. This person will have a quest later. Alliance Cloth Quartermaster.
Well met.
Ah, you there. If you want to earn the respect of the Dwarves of Ironforge, then you can start by donating valuable resources. Ironforge finds itself running low on cloth piece, textiles, and bandages. Don't grow on trees, you know. Semicolon. Rather than cash in various cloth pieces you find adventuring, donate them. Doing so will earn you recognition of the dwarven people of Ironforge.
Safe travels.
Interesting. So what kind of leather goods we got down here? Ooh, leather
Pleased to
working.
meet ya. Very well then.
Skinning.
Talk to me.
Also interesting.
Big.
So that would mesh well together. Skinning and leather work.
Pleased to meet you.
Skinning knife.
Right.
And he's a higher level leather worker. So less a leather goods area than a leather working area, but okay. Stonebrows Clothier. For tailoring, got the tailoring trio down here. And specialty tailoring supplies.
Would you like to purchase something?
Threads and dyes.
Righty then.
So that's tailoring. Burbix supplies. That could be anything. Trade supplier.
Can I help you?
Yep, got all the different kinds of things. Deep Mountain Mining Guild. Mining trainer.
How are you?
Well, I already know how to mine. Got Journeyman Miner, that's at 50. Smelt Bronze, that's 65. Tin and copper bar together, bronze bars. 575. Interesting that there's no other bars besides the copper bar that I can currently make until you get to 65. Bar's level 50.
Off with you.
So it doesn't actually teach you very much. What other mine supplies you got?
Great to meet you.
No greater profession than a miner. Ask me, there's no greater miner than a dwarf. So we got flux. And coal. It's more in the smelting section of
Be
mining.
good.
I also had that stuff next to the other forge. Okay. Hall of Explorers, Mystic Ward. House. So this forge is pretty great. Does this right here count as a forge? The Great Anvil Forge. I feel like it would be more difficult to use this as a forge. Because how are you supposed to collect the bar? There's no bar molds there. There's that guy who has pies that are 4 times my entire net worth. The High Seat. King Magni Bronzebeard. Lord of Ironforge. Level ? Boss. Royal Historian. And here we have, to complete one of my quests, Senator Baron Redstone.
You got my attention.
It would seem that my guards are becoming less discriminatory with petitioners. Well, what do you want? Make it quick. Here's the report. The Cruise's report. Authority of the King. He has Magni taking complete leave of his senses. And that damnable Whitebeard taking matters into his own hands, has he? The Senate will not be pleased to hear about this, not one bit. Why are you still here? Go before I call the guards.
See you soon.
Get out of here. Here's some money. Not too busy in royal court today, is it? My other log. My other quest is talk to Murren Stormpike at the Hall of Arms in the military ward. Right. So we've mostly explored the Commons and the Great Forge. Can you move while you're on the map? That's not good. That's not a good idea. So next we need to go to the military ward. Just right down this big hallway. But we'll do that next time. Goodbye.